In this video, I'm going to share how to make easy and fast money with AI. And I know that sounds hypey, but let me explain in this video what I mean. So, what you're seeing on the screen here are different categories of offers. And I created these images using AI if you can't tell. But on the left here, we have the most insanely hard type of offer to sell. So I'm using this as an example because it's relatable to most people. And the hardest thing to sell in any industry or any space is going to be a do-it-yourself offer. Okay, this is when you sell some kind of information packet or like a video course or an ebook or something where there's no interaction with the person who's selling it to the customer. And really all that the customer has to do is go and have the discipline to follow the steps on their own. So they have to do everything themselves. In this example, this gentleman, he has to go to the gym, he has to diet, he has to track everything himself, his workouts, his foods that he's eating, his calories, and he's doing all of it himself according to what he learned about in the information packet, the course, the book, whatever it was. So this is the hardest thing to sell because it's the most amount of work. And no one wants to go attack something new on their own without any support, okay? So this is what most people as sellers, right, as a product seller or service seller, this is what we want because it's the most passive, right? The most passive way we can make an income. But for the customer, it is the worst way for them to get the result, right? It's insanely hard. And because of that, because there's so much work involved and there's so much unknowns, it is insanely hard to sell. The best way that you can sell something like this is if you have a very strong personal brand and audience built up where the audience just trusts you and they buy from you because they trust you and they like you, okay? So this is insanely hard to sell unless you got some marketing and sales chops and or you have a personal brand, an audience that really loves you and trusts what you do. Now, the second category here is, I categorize it as hard, right? It is hard, but not nearly as hard as this here. And this is a done with you offer. So I've actually sold many of all of these different buckets, but this is like a done with you, like group coaching type of thing, where you have somebody who's an expert who has a result that other people want. In this case, this guy is in pretty good shape. And so this guy on the treadmill or on the bike in this case, he is getting coached directly from this gentleman here to lose weight and get in really good shape. Now, it's still hard to sell because the customer still has to go and do a lot of work, right? They have to go in to the gym. They have to show up and report their calories and what they eat every day to the trainer. And it's easier because now they have support and now they have guidance from someone who's already done what they want to do. But it's still hard because there's still a lot of work involved. So I like this. I played in this. I still play in this bucket here, but it is a lot harder now to sell this because we have AI and because people are using AI as like their own personal coach because information is pretty much instant and they can report to the AI channel and get direct feedback and instant feedback just directly from that. So this is getting harder to sell. Before I would have said there was a time in like 2020 to let's just say 2023 where this was very, very easy to sell. And now it's a lot harder because we have tools like AI that make information instant. So this is DIY or do it yourself. And then this is done with you where you have like a coach, whether that's one-on-one or whether you have some kind of a group offering where everyone's in a group together trying to get the same result. The easiest thing to sell, and this is how you can make easy and fast money with AIs if you sell these types of offers, is you can see here, this is actually based on the prompt that I shared in ChatGPT. This is the same guy as the guy here on the bike, but you can see he looks completely different. He's in shape. He looks happy. And what is he taking here, right? What is he taking here? He's taking an Ozempic pill. I don't know if I can zoom in. Let's see, here we go. This is a pill, right? This is an Ozempic pill. If you don't know what Ozempic is, basically all the celebrities take it. It melts fat off your body while you're sitting on the couch. It makes you not hungry so you don't overeat. And so it's kind of like I don't want to say miracle drug, but a lot of people are using it and they're getting great results. They're losing weight. They're getting in the best shape of their life or the best shape in a long time. Okay, so this is the easiest thing to sell because all they have to do is take a pill and they get the result. Okay, so how does this relate to AI, and how does this relate to what we are selling, and how does this relate to us making easy and fast money with AI? Well, easy and fast AI money, the further left that you go, I'm going to move this up a bit. The further left that you go on this, the harder it is to sell. Okay, and the more of a marketing stud that you have to be. And the bigger your audience needs to be, because you need a lot of people to sell to, and they need to trust you and have that relationship with you. So the further left you go, the harder it is to sell, and the more marketing and sales chops that you need. You want to sell as close to the Ozempic pill as possible. So the Ozempic pill is take this and get this result. So I know not every offer is going to get to this level here, because it's not possible, but with AI, we can get a lot closer now. So you want to get as close to the Ozempic pill as possible, where they take something or they just do something and they get a result, almost an instantaneous result or a very fast result relative to what they had to do before. The thing with AI, and why AI is so exciting, is AI makes service delivery and fulfillment 100 times or 1,000 times faster. There are things that we can do now with AI that we could never do before, and things that would have taken months, if not years, that we can now do in minutes or hours. So AI makes the service delivery and fulfillment 100 times faster. So what you want to do is take a look at what you offer, what you're thinking of offering, like your product or service, and think about how you can move away. Don't be selfish, right? I know it's very hard to not want to have that like passive or semi-passive income coming in. I have a video about this, my last video. But you have to think about the customer, right? What's good for you as the seller is often not the best for the customer. So that's why it's insanely hard for you to sell, and that's why you might not be seeing results. If you want an offer that just kind of sells like crazy and it's like a knife through butter, you want to get close to this, okay? So think about how you can make your offer the Ozempic pill. I'm going to give you an example of a couple offers that I have right now, and they're in completely different industries, so you can see how it works. My core offer right now on the AI side and the business side is book publishing, right? And I do this, I teach people how they can start a book publishing agency, and I have a done for you component with that. I added the Ozempic pill to that, where I do the setup for them of their book publishing agency. And it goes from this, right? Learn how to write a book. That's the DIY of that. It's insanely hard to sell that because there's so many people selling that. Everyone knows how to write a book, right? You just sit down and write it. But I have a service, and I also have a service that I teach other people to offer, which is get a book done for you in your voice with none of your time needed. So if they already have content, it takes none of their time. You can basically go to someone and be like, hey, you already have this content. I can turn this into a book that grows your business and gets you more leads and customers. So this here is the Ozempic pill version of this. I also just rolled out, I was just having fun on Instagram a couple days ago talking about real estate. And I noticed that there was a ton of interest, which is why you might see my last like 2 to 3 videos are all about real estate, because there was a lot of comments and messages from people who wanted to learn more about it. So I just started talking about it on Instagram, and I realized I have a team in Ohio, which is where most of my rentals are. And I thought, why not just hook people up with my team? I get deals sent to me every day, so I can give these deals. I don't have the capacity and the liquid cash to buy every single deal that comes my way. So why don't I vet these deals, because I'm doing it anyway, and send it over to people and then hook them up with my team. So instead of just creating a course on how to buy your first rental, I have a done for you first door service now that I just rolled out. I got 3 people in so far at $5,000. And the result is you get your first rental done for you, or as turnkey as possible, as close to the Ozempic pill as possible. The customer still has to sign documents and whatnot, but they get their first rental almost done, completely done for you. And that rental will pay them $500 a month net cash forever. And that doesn't include appreciation and tax benefits and the principal pay down from their tenant. And they get all of this done for you, right? So instead of having another real estate course, which there's hundreds of them now, on here's the steps to buy your first rental, you can also just go to AI and just type that in and get the steps. Now there is an Ozempic version of this where I can do a done for you service to help everybody who wants to get their first rental. I have a done for you service that helps them to get their rental as fast and easily as possible. And it's selling like crazy. I just started talking about this about a day and a half ago. I have 3 people in, And I have a lot more that I'm talking to, so I'm sure I'm going to fill this offer out in just a few days' time. And I had no idea I was going to even offer this a couple days ago. So get as close. If you want to make fast and easy money with AI, remember that AI makes service delivery and fulfillment 100 times faster. And it's also making these things even harder to sell because now information is instant, and it's actually pretty good in a lot of cases at being a coach, right? And walking you through and giving you feedback based on what you're doing. So if you want to make easy and fast money in this new AI age, you need to go towards the Ozempic pill and sit down, write this out, figure out. I mean, you could even go to AI and ask it this. You can give it this video training and say, hey, I want to make my offer more Ozempic-like. And it's going to give you some ideas, right? But these are some examples of offers that I'm selling now and how I made it closer to the Ozempic pill. And the results are great, right? It's anytime there's done for you components and anytime there's less work involved, it's a lot easier to sell and it's a lot more enticing to the customer. Okay, so that's it for this video. I hope you found it useful. Let me know in the comments what you want to see next. If you are interested in this, in learning how to create books without writing it and offer it as a service, I have a product linked in the description. It's onehourbooks.com/system. It's going to walk you through it for $27. If you want to work with me on this new offer here, I'll also have a link where you can I'll have my email in the description. So you can send me an email and just say interested in the done for you rental service. And I'll talk to you about how it works and we can move forward with that if you want to get into the rental game. Okay. But that's it for this video. Let me know what you want to see next and I'll see you in the next video.